we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. There's no possible explanation for... That one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cartwright.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Running inside, it's Bishop. Tripped up for the tackle.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Got room to work. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll give it to him again. Shows him the stiff arm.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The running back has it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Powers through the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the ground, it's Morris. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Goes to the option. The option, the keeper. He'll toss it. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you...
Makes the catch and he's free. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage, and more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Defense in press coverage. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Brown wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Across the 35. Here he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason good. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Quarterback may change this route. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
To the air on first down. Complete. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Vols want to move quickly.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, going to the air. Complete out of the backfield. Turning on the jet. Touchdown Volunteers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Cobb. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Keeps looking downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And this is exactly what happens when you don't keep a fast quarterback in the pocket. Man, you got to keep him inside that tackle box. Don't let him dance. Don't rush upfield. A lot of times that's the responsibility of the defensive lineman, because now you see, now the line...
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. The extra point here would tie the game.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got a man. It's Staley. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna run it. It's Gordon. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bishop. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Run in the red zone, it's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown ball! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes a handoff. It's Cobb. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback keep. Could be an alley. And he scores! Touchdown, Auburn!
This QB just has such a a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop, puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Matthews. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Picks up the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got him. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. The corners are walked up tight. Direct snap. It's caught. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
One more snap coming before halftime. Rides the back and leaves it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Just about set to get this second half underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments.
Oh, he's got some space.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Cobb. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Now adjusting. They get to him as he throws.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is third and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. With this offense now in a difficult third and long situation.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. The give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the...
Makes a grab and room to run. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Got it! Touchdown, Tiger! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner. But right now, they want to stop on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it, and there's running room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Goes high to pull it in. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. It in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
looking for space. It's Cobb. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, here's Washington. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
So here is the Tennessee offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room. It's Bishop. He breaks a tackle. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a crease to the left. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now he's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Bishop. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Makes the catch. It's Davis. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And if I'm a defense, I got to make sure I stay aggressive in these situations. Sometimes people play casual and back off and give up the easy stuff. Man, continue to make this offense earn it. You got the lead. You're in a good position.
Send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defense some energy in a clutch spot. Looking to throw. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Right down the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Brown wants to pass. They'll run the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Timeout called by the defense just shy of the 2-minute mark. 2:02 remaining here. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And, man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like, having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive, or do you go for the gusto? Do you try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the 1st down, continuing to possess the ball here in the 4th quarter with the lead?
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He's out of bounds, and the interception will seal it, and they'll go home with the victory.
I like aggressiveness. Listen, you go out and get those first downs, you salt the clock away, but when you choose to throw the football, it better be high percentage. It better be easy throws. It can't be a turnover. Now my defense has to come out, make this stop for me, and save the game.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This is an area of the field now you just cannot afford negative plays. Whether you're going to throw it or you're going to run it, you're in position right now to score points and win this game. You got one timeout in your back.
Maybe a crease. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. Last chance coming up. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Up and good. And the 3-ball gives us a tie. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, baby.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Fights off a defender. To the 10. Touchdown Volunteers! And they score first here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Just keep slinging it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They are up against it, a 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. But a little time, lets it go. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.